Have you ever thought one day you could wake up with a foreign accent, or perhaps eat your own flesh for enjoyment? These symptoms are caused by the unusual psychological mental disorders such as foreign accent syndrome and Lesch-9 syndrome. Many people are unaware that these rare disorders exist. Without the attention needed, these disorders will go unnoticed without a cure and could result in death. There are many types of mental disorders that affect the human brain and body. These illnesses are uncommon and frequently go undiagnosed. Foreign accent syndrome is a rare mental illness that causes the patient to develop a foreign accent caused by damage to the brain. This is an example of a patient who had a blood clot and woke up with a foreign accent. FAS has been reported after severe migraines, brain trauma, or a stroke. These symptoms can be permanent or last only a few months. This illness can cause the patient to move their jaw differently, creating different pronunciation of words. FAS is extremely rare, making it even harder to diagnose. There are a number of tests the patient must go through to properly diagnose FAS. FAS is closely linked to strokes, and you can follow the guidelines to prevent strokes to help you prevent foreign accent syndrome. Now that I have discussed a not-so-serious disorder, I will now discuss a more life-threatening disease. Lesch-9 syndrome is another uncommon mental illness that affects the mobility of humans, causing self-harm or even can cause self-cannibalism. LNS affects the joints, muscles, and brains of the sufferer. LNS causes the victim to bite their lips and fingers uncontrollably. Here's an example of a patient with LNS who has bit their tongue. These symptoms are uncontrollable, and many victims have had their teeth removed to prevent damage to the oral cavity. Lesch-9 syndrome is a hereditary illness mostly affecting men. LNS is an X-linked recessive gene usually passed down from the mother to her son. Lesch-9 syndrome affects 1 in 380,000 people. Today, I discussed a mental illness that affects the pronunciation of words. I also discussed a more serious disease that affects the mobility of the patient and can even cause them to become stationary. There are many types of mental illnesses that affect the human brain and body. These illnesses are uncommon and frequently go undiagnosed. As these illnesses become more prominent in today's society, our doctors can finally begin the proper testing to help determine a cure. Before this cure is developed, we must ensure the world knows the signs and symptoms of these bizarre diseases, such as FAS and LNS. There are many other uncommon mental illnesses that go unnoticed in the media every day. It is time to give these diseases the light they deserve so we can finally find a cure.